Hey everybody, James here with Modal Electronics, and welcome to a quick dive. In this one, we are going to be exploring some very funky, strange, more not so common algorithms found in the COBALT8. I've stumbled on a few that I thought are just so neat and have so much potential that I just wanted to share them right away. This is not a scheduled quick dive, but I think this is so cool that I queued up the camera and wanted to show you. So let's dive in. As you can see, I've already been surfing around on some of these algorithms. But you can hear a lot of crazy stuff going on here. I have this over here. We're going to be playing with that in a little bit. But right now, ring modulation saw square is what we're working with. It's further down in the list if you're scrolling right, or if you're, kind of paging through. Okay, so right there, just a couple of twists around. You're finding all these different sweet spots, and for this kind of thing where it's actually changing shapes as you turn it, I'm thinking immediately like something rhythmic. Okay, so let's do that. Why don't we have LFO2 doing some work on oscillator 2A. Okay, so I've noticed something. When LFO2 is anything except a square, it's moving through these algorithms in a very clumsy manner because it's getting detuned slightly and then kind of popping into the next one. Even when we go to slow. So it's not staying put like this. No, if we want it to sound more like this. And that's going to require a little bit more precision. So I think we're going to be ending up working with multiple LFOs and a square wave. And we're going to have to sync them. So let's make some quarter notes. And then when the, when it's changing, we're going to have to use this to determine, what range we want. What basically where is it jumping to, and which ones do we want to use? So it's going to require you to adjust this, and then adjust this as well. So let's have LFO3 doing something a little quicker, like 1/4 dotted. Half notes will do the trick too, I guess. Okay, that kind of works. And then we could have LFO1 also doing something, but maybe have it bringing it back down to something in the middle, and we'll do something rapid rate. Maybe that doesn't work, so why don't we see what we can get out of that. Well, there we go. So we're adjusting a little bit of the fine tuning here. So by boosting this up, we're essentially putting it into perfect pitch on the 16th notes. Now we're in the minor keys. Doo, doo, doo. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more mod slots to play with in this crazy algorithm. Let's do something. So we're going to take LFO2 to oscillator 1A sync. Here's another thing we could think about doing is actually altering the LFOs slightly. So we could have LFO3 adjusting LFO2's depth or LFO2's speed, or rate rather. Oh yeah. And let's have that 16th note LFO1 do something crazy with the A1 maybe, or A2. That's neat. Okay. Just now I did something without narrating, but what I was doing is taking LFO1's depth and putting it down to 0. And the reason why is because we can increase it with the mod wheel, so we have an optional sound, kind of an alternate. Well, I think that just about wraps up this quick dive. I know it was sort of on the spot and unplanned, but I think we had fun nonetheless. And as you can tell, that COBALT8 really does offer some crazy sounds. The part A and part B per oscillator, the way you interact with those algorithms is just absolutely nuts, especially when you pair that with the 3 available LFOs, 2 polyphonic and 1 global. Just all sorts of neat stuff starts to happen and we only just scratched the surface during that period of time where I was showing you those. But yeah, go further in the list, go past the first, 5 or 6 algorithms, get up to the very end, and things get crazier and crazier and a little bit more tricky, admittedly, to get, in the sweet spots, but they're sweet spots nonetheless. And, sometimes it takes a square LFO to jump from sweet spot to sweet spot, and other times it just requires you to, find one and then just, find one sweet spot on one oscillator and then use the other algorithm to navigate and kind of mold and shift around. Not all of them are created equal. Some of them are a little easier to modulate than others. But, it's all a matter of just trying new stuff and seeing what works and seeing what doesn't. So go try it yourself. Let us know what you think in the comments. If you haven't already, hit like and subscribe and recommend us to your friends and whatnot. Be sure to check out the Modal Electronics newsletter over at modalelectronics.com. And I will see you on the next Quick Dive. Bye-bye, guys.